Italy, Holland and Germany, who finished first, second and third, meet again today. In lane 1, Italy, Simon Ranieri once again in the stroke seat, but all the other three are new to this boat. To their left, in lane 2, the Ukraine. Consistency really earned them this season's World Cup title. Leonid Shaposhnikov, the man in the stroke seat. United States, a new crew in the bow, Akil Abdullah, last year's Henley Royal Regatta Diamond Sculls champion. In lane 4, Germany. This year, Andreas Hayek takes the stroke seat, swaps places with Andre Wilms, who's moved up the boat to 2, in front of Christian Schreiber, the new man in the boat, just 19 years of age. Holland, Michael Bartman at stroke, Diederik Simon at 3, Dirk Lippitz at 2, the same as last year. 22-year-old Geert Siekel in the bow, he's the newcomer. Poland with Bronowski and Kruszowski in the centre of that quad, part of the 4 that finished 8th last year. The other 2 men, Kolbowitz and Korel, at stroke and bow, well, they finished 6th in the double sculls for Poland.
So most of the people here are Olympic racers, except this crew here from the United States, all completely new, with the 3-man John Lawton, only 19 years old and still a student at college. They have been going very well during the regatta, did well in the semi-final, finished 2nd and comfortably, and now the heat is on with some very experienced people on either side of them. Germany out to avenge their defeat from last year. They'd been hoping so much to add a 3rd Olympic title to the 2 that they had won already, but it was not to be. They finished 3rd. Now here they are again with the new man in the boat, and it's Poland in the picture now. Again, experienced athletes, experienced scullers, and very little in it now in this first 400 meters.
I think the Poles might find it quite difficult in lane 6, but also the Italians, who won the world title in 94, 95, 97 and 98, on the far side, a little away from the race pace, but they are, of course, the Olympic champions, as we see the Germans moving down to the bald head there of Andreas Hayek. Coming to the end of the first 500 meters, and all to play for. Just the Ukraine, who've got the bow of their boat ahead, and they lead through the first quarter. Yes, ignore the caption, it is definitely the Ukraine from the United States, then Germany, and then Poland, the Dutch and the Italians just last, but only just.
Well, Holland there in lane 5, second up from the bottom there. They won the second semi-final in 5:45, same speed exactly as Germany, 5:45 as well. These two, you'd expect these two to be up in front, Germany and Holland, and after all they were silver and bronze medalists in Sydney. And there's Germany, that very upright style, very distinctive. They're almost leaning back as they take the stroke, and they're all of them 4 extremely powerful athletes.
So still the Ukraine leading from Germany. Then the Dutch pretty well level pegging with the Americans. And right on the far side, Italy. Here's Abdullah, and there's Henry Nuzum in the 2 seat. Just seen him there, quick shot of him. Interesting character, surface warfare graduate in Japan, and I suppose you could say, Dan, that he should know when to strike.
Well, they're hoping to strike right now. They're in position to try and steal a bronze medal there, but it's certainly Germany looking poised to try and take the lead from Ukraine. Very little in it there at halfway.
They often say, Dan, now the race really begins again.
Well, certainly it's this is where Holland should start to find their speed. They've really come on very well through the second half, and they did that at the Olympics when they won their silver medal, and here they are again moving through the field from the back. But it's Germany who've gone out in front. Very, very powerful athletes, as I said before, but here very accurate. Last year they were losing out, it seemed, in terms of almost fitness. Somehow they were losing out over the second 1,000. They've changed their crew slightly, and now here they are, really well within it. Change of crew, Wilms the usual stroke back at 2, and here they really are moving well, moving out into the front.
Yeah, being challenge still by the Ukraine there, and on the far side the Italians now alert to the danger that they could lose out altogether if they don't get moving, and the Dutch are, unfortunately, I think, losing pace here. They're not really making the progress in the third quarter that I think they need to do, and if they do come with their traditional late flourish once again, Dan, they might find themselves short of what they are seeking, which is a gold medal. We're coming through to the final quarter now, and it's Germany who have the advantage, Italy on the far side, Ukraine just inside them. The Dutch are fourth and now beginning to move, but is it a little bit too late?
Well, it's impressive performance from Italy. This is a completely new crew, really. Ranieri just holding his place in stroke. Gold medalist last year in Sydney. 3 new men behind him. But the strength of Italian sculling really is shown by this. They are there now in second position, something to build on over this next 3 years to Athens. But there they are, Ranieri doing his wonderful job again at stroke, bringing his crew into second place at the moment.
Yeah, sitting behind him, Franco Berra, who was fourth in the Italian 8 in Sydney. Then Matteo Righetti, who was Italy's sculler. He was 15th in the single sculls. And then man in the bow, Nicola Sartori, bronze medalist in the double sculls with Calabresi. But what a good unit. The Germans have gone. Now it's a question of the minor medals. Italy holding on to silver. In the foreground, the Dutch are coming with their traditional late burst, and they're trying to overhaul the Ukraine, and they're probably just about going to do that now, and they are finishing fastest of all, but nobody's going to catch the Germans. The Germans really flying towards the line now.
That's a wonderful last 500 metres from Holland. They're up at 44 strokes a minute. Germany out in front, but Holland, can they catch Italy for the silver medal?
This is a real late charge here by the Dutch. It's going to be right on the line. I think they've passed them. They are just on the line, or just before. The Italians have got there. Forget about that graphic. It's completely wrong. Sadly for Polish fans, they are not in the silver medal position. But what a German performance. And Andreas Hayek, absolutely delighted. There's Mark Geisler behind him, Andre Wilms, and the youngster Christian Schreiber from Halle, a world champion at just 19. This is the battle for silver, and they get it decisively. The Dutch ahead of the Italians. A complete reverse of the Olympic positions. Germany retaining the world title they won 2 years ago.